Welcome to Bringing the Band Back Together podcast, the podcast for tech nerds behind the scenes. We're talking audio, video, lighting, acoustics, system design, integration, and manufacturing. All the brains and hands that make live shows and permanent installs come to life. Whether you're an engineer, a rigging junkie, a DSP wizard, or just AV curious, this is your lane. I'm on this journey too, and we're learning from the people that are actually doing it. Real stories, real careers, real gear talk. Tap in, geek out, and maybe find your place in this crazy world of pro AV. Hey everybody, welcome to Bringing the Band Back Together. I have a very special privilege of introducing everybody to Nathan Tucker. What's up, Nathan?
Hi, Nathan. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Well, I already know you, but nice to have you on the episode.
Yeah, I'm happy to be here.
Thanks. The reason why I brought Nathan on was because I felt he was an inspiring young man that is a good contributor to society. He is a videographer, a cinematographer. Did I say that right? Cinematographer? Something like that. Maybe cinnamon, a little bit of sugar. Mm-hmm. And then he's also a photographer. By the way, he just graduated high school this year, so congratulations, man.
One clap for me.
One clap. Could you tell us how you got involved in this art?
Yeah. A lot of... Darn.
It's okay. I can edit out whatever.
All right.
You know how it works.
I got involved in this art because I had a lot of examples of it growing up. My father always did stage lighting, and I was also surrounded always by lighting and video and a bunch of fun technology, and I really appreciated him putting me in these environments that I kind of had access to this technology, and I was very happy I had that access. It really helped me be creative when I could just sit down with a camera and just have fun, walk around with a random digicam or a tiny camcorder. I had a great time, that really helped me get into film and things like that. Later on in life, I wanted to, of course, be a YouTuber. So I would make little short films. I would make little stop motion
like in
Lego
your 30s?
things. Huh?
Like when you're in your 30s?
Yeah, in my 30s.
Yeah.
Well, when I was way younger, maybe before even like 6th grade, I would sit down and make little animations of Legos and things like that. During the pandemic, when I was inside, I was making and writing my own little short films.
Nice.
But my biggest, I think, motivator was 8th grade. 8th grade, one of the office ladies at my school had seen my work. I should have turned, look at this photo I took, and she saw my work, and she wanted to do video announcements. So I pitched the idea of a little show I would host in which I would have people submit whatever fun thing they wanted to show to the whole school. And it was called the Nathan Tucker's 6th through 8th grade show and shout out. And people told me it was the highlight of every Friday. That's the only reason they loved watching the video announcements. I did it every week for the whole year. And I had so much fun making these videos. I had little skits in them. I had fun, just a bunch of I just had an excellent time making them. And it was so nice sitting in class and seeing my peers laugh at the video I made. It was such a wonderful experience, and I'm happy that I've had this experience, but I could have only had it if someone had given me a chance, if someone had given me a platform to stand up.
I think your dad's done that for you. He's given you that platform.
Most definitely.
I know I know your dad for many, many years, and we're business partners in a way. I'm not part of his company, but I really want to see him succeed. And it's very important for me that he does, and I'll do anything I can to help him.
Most definitely.
And he reciprocates that as well. So it's not surprising that you're his offspring.
Yeah. Well, my father most definitely has helped me, and so have so many other mentors, from my father placing me in and egging on all of my random camera ideas and things like that. And that's always helped. Him driving me to film sets in the, all the way out in Ponte Vedra and everywhere, that's always helped, So
He's also helped you out in lighting, because that could be a big challenge when it comes to
most
videography.
definitely.
They don't think about it that way.
Yeah.
It's just like, yeah, I have this camera, but does it look good? Does it sound good?
Yeah.
So
I think something that someone told me, one of my teachers, was, are you making a picture or are you taking it? And lighting definitely comes into the making part of it.
one of the things you told me the other day that I wanted to talk about, and I promised I would, is that you said videography is not art, or I'm sorry, it's art, not competition.
Not a competition. Yeah,
Right.
most definitely. I was talking to you about this recently, but
Yeah.
I came into this problem. I for context, I went to an arts high school. I've had an excellent time.
Do you want to tell you what high school, or does it matter to you?
It doesn't matter. I went to an arts high school.
Okay.
It was auditions based, but it was public.
Yeah.
And I had I was very grateful to have a little high school film education there. I was very happy about that. A lot of my knowledge I've gained, though, has been through being on sets, going out, choosing to walk out every day and with a camera and shoot and just have a great time, And whenever anyone asks for help or for knowledge or anything, I always try to build them up and help. Because in reality, we are all artists. Art is innately human. There is no reason that we should have barriers to art, especially to create it. So when someone comes up to me and, how do I do this on my camera? How do I take this shot? How do I figure this out? I want to help them. I have no reason not to. The dilemma is, I feel some videographers and photographers have this idea that, well, maybe I shouldn't help you because you're going to steal my business or be a better photographer, or you don't deserve this knowledge. And it sounds, far-fetched, but I run into these people whenever I'm doing a shoot. There was a period like a year ago, I would go to a bunch of these car meets, and I would just come take photos because I want to take photos of cool cars, I was faced with this awkward aggression, between other photographers, and it seemed less about the art and more about the following, more about creating this identity that was like perfectly detailed for them. It was, circle back, sorry. All these photographers would put up these barriers and would not want to work, would not want to help. And I wasn't trying to approach from this level of knowledge. I wanted to approach always from a learning perspective. I want to learn, but if I can't help, I would love to, But there was always this pushback, this lack of respect.
Can I help you?
Yeah.
Maybe if you hadn't put that aside mentally yet, or maybe it's been a mental block, and nobody's told you this, but they were jealous of you. I don't know if you caught on to that, but that's what that is.
There is that. I try not to, and I sometimes understand that, and I try not to.
You don't have to think that you're cocky to think that
I know.
that people are jealous of you. It's kind of obvious by the way you're talking.
I do recognize that sometimes, and I know it's good to have a healthy ego with things. With that, I try to remind people when I talk to them, when I'm teaching them or whenever, that this is not a competition. When I'm teaching someone and they've seen my photos, I want to show them this is not me pushing you down by showing you my photos. It's me, I'm trying to bring you up. I'm trying to say, look at what you can do, and I want to help you get there.
What do you think makes Gen Z's creativity different? Is it this approach? Do you think,
little bit.
Do you think it's the older generation that want to teach? Because what you're basically teaching is like a mechanic, something that is an easily learned skill if you're taught, but then it takes money away from them. Where I think videography and photography and all that is very subjective. one person might think that our stuff is amazing and the other one's like, it's okay. And that's completely okay too. So where does it different in the Gen Z's eye or in your eye for that matter?
Something I've noticed with Gen Z is there is a reliance on the use of like social media. And social media has really transformed the way that we see all forms of art, not just photography and video, anything, music, everything has to be a hit. Everything has to have that 15 second for your Instagram, TikTok loop,
It takes a while for the algorithm to actually kick on.
Yeah,
sometimes.
But photo and video is the same exact way. People are now out there not necessarily shooting for their own eyes, they're shooting for other people's eyes, we have these photographers and videographers that, hop on trends, which is cool and all for a little bit, but when your whole portfolio is just that and it looks just like everyone else's, what's the whole purpose of the art here? Is it art? Are you telling any story? If the story is, I'm going to get likes and views, is it a story,
I see people that will do the craziest thing and maybe leave something they're cooking just to get comments on it.
Yeah.
Like, hey, you left, man, what an idiot. You left that in there.
Because it doesn't matter if it's good or bad anymore.
Because food is art too.
Yeah.
And, putting it out there hey, look what I can make and here's my recipe is kind of a way of, but basically saying, hey, look at how I'm doing my art.
Yeah.
But there's some of them out there that don't tell you the whole story, and man, I get mad. I just want to curse them out. But
well, it's intentional. It doesn't matter
right.
if you're a good photographer or a bad photographer. If you provoke a reaction out of people and get them in the comments all over the place, comment, send for me to send you your 35 Lightroom presets. It doesn't matter how you get that interaction. If you get it, you get money and you get paid.
Do you have any advice for young creators out there, whether they're feeling competitive or insecure with their work?
Most definitely. I think no matter where you are at with photography, take a good week away from social media. Do it. Wow. Take a moment. Take a moment to sit down and find yourself as an artist, as a photographer, as a videographer, as anything. If you start walking around and creating for yourself, you will build this confidence. You'll remove this burnout. It'll change everything. If you start creating for yourself completely, you have no one else to report to. There is no one to tell you that this is good. There is no one to tell you this is bad. It's all for you, If you start creating for yourself, you're going to remove all of that.
Being the different type of specialties that you're involved in, do you have a favorite?
Favorite?
Yeah,
well, I do a lot of things.
Movies.
Excuse me. I enjoy a lot of automotive photography, but I do also enjoy a lot of fun candids. It's nice to capture just the absolute perfect moment. My favorite. I think people, when they think of candids, they think of the shot of a happy couple eating dinner together. Just all nice and perfectly timed moment. I enjoy capturing people when they don't recognize that there's a camera there. If you take a photo of someone and they see you with a camera in your hands, something changes about them. They change their perspective. They change the way they react to things. They change their body movement. They change their posture. They change everything. I'm doing it right now because I got the camera at me,
I just put another camera on.
I know. I got 3 cameras on me.
I was wondering if you noticed.
I got 3 cameras. It has a very bright light.
Yes, it does.
But you can see the change in people when you look through your viewfinder. They look at the camera and they change the way they act. I love capturing them looking at the camera without recognizing what you're there for. It's this extremely intimate, extremely unique perspective that you get. Mm-hmm. You get this shot of a person looking at
beauty.
You. It is. You as the viewer of the photo get to see what it would be like to be there with the person. Because they don't recognize a camera there, they're just recognizing a person, which is something I don't think people get to see a lot. So,
What makes the difference of a great video and an okay video in your eyes? What's the make or break point? I mean, obviously it has to sound good, look good, good lighting, good storyline. Was there something that kind of,
well,
if
honestly,
it doesn't have?
I guess talking purely from an, like, just say artistic perspective, it has to have intention. People often leave intention behind with what they make. I said this earlier, but are you making a photo or are you taking it? And I know that sounds a little bit abstract, but as an artist or whatever you're doing, are you just pulling out your camera? Is that it? Is that all you're doing?
I think there's a lot of examples of those people online that just, you're
it's
like,
everywhere.
That's an interesting photo you got there.
Are you just taking the photo or are you making it? Are you putting thought behind it? Are you making your video? Are you putting thought behind the video? Why is this framed like this? Why is the lighting here like this? Why is my actor or subject or whatever moving here? What does the shot mean? If you have intention behind whatever you do, even, this applies to everything. This applies to commercial. This applies to any artistry. This applies to everything. If you have intention behind what you do, people will see it. If you, I can really easily spot out a video that just looks like it's recorded. But if you have intention behind your shot, you can feel it. I don't really know a great way to describe it, but it is just something you can feel,
What's next for you, man? You just graduated high school. You seem like, in my opinion, and I'm sure a lot of people will agree, that you seem a lot more mature than the average high school. Like, you have this focus, this drive. I can tell you that out of high school, I joined the military because I didn't know what I wanted to do. It seems like what's great is that you know what you want to do. You just need to just keep doing it. It's consistency that gets you there. Would you agree?
The first thing I want to touch on there is, maturity and things like that. I think people perceive me only as mature just because I'm in such a highly technical field. I think if you see me on set, I'm as mature as everyone else, and I'll get the job done. I'll get all that done. But at the end of the day, I'm still Nathan Tucker, 18-year-old boy sitting in this chair, It's easy to put on a show. Also, I only feel so destined to do what I do because I have mentors that have helped me there. I have great mentor, Mr. Franklin Rich. He was our artist in residence at our high school, and he's very big in the local Jax film scene. And 5-star human being, great guy. He's really put it in my head that this is what I want to do. He's given me real world experience. A lot of things like that. Having a mentor has helped me put all this knowledge in the real world and made me more confident about what I can do. I'm seeing people who have followed the path that I'm on right now, and I see them. And that gives me hope to move forward. Moving forward, business-wise, I really want to go forward with my production company.
Let's give a plug for that. What's the name of the production?
Good Looking Productions. I'm just getting off the ground. I barely have a presence right now.
Do you have an EIN number yet?
I do.
Nice. Wow, look at that.
I have everything registered. I've got my bank account set up. I've got I just processed my first invoice officially with the company. I've got some business management software, some fun stuff. I'm figuring it out. I'm only doing it in the way it works for me. There are people who probably won't ever purchase any software or anything, and that's fine, but I'd rather click buttons and stuff. But going forward business-wise, I really want to integrate into the local Jax film community. I really want to start shooting for some local companies, local businesses. From there, I would love to see and score some bids on some larger videos and promotions. And all the while, I still want to keep perfecting my art and being on as many fun narrative sets as I can be on, and making I'm looking to make a new narrative. I'm trying to figure that out. But I want to keep moving forward in all directions. But I think it's also very important at the same time, I create time to chill and to take a moment and give myself structure.
Well, you definitely don't want to get burned out, and you're so young.
Mm-hmm.
I'd say you're young. I mean, you are. Let's face it. Compared to me, but you have a lot of experience behind your belt. I've seen a lot of your work.
I've got a lot
I'll
to learn.
put up on the screen here some of your work there, just magically. It'll just appear as a graphic.
I think we all have a lot to learn. I never walk up to a set and think I'm the smartest person there. Never.
Yeah.
Never. I never walk into a room with that authority, because in reality, even if I was the smartest person there, it wouldn't matter.
Well,
We all have a lot to learn.
Let me clue you in on something. I've said this before. It's your talent that gets you in the room, but it's your personality that keeps you there.
Most definitely. Most definitely.
So I think you're learning that pretty early in age in life. And hey, man, I want to say thank you for coming on the show today.
Yeah.
You were an inspiring contributor today to society. I can't wait to say, hey, I know that kid when
Thank you. That means a lot.
later on in life, because I know that's where you're headed. Bigger and brighter things in the future for you, my friend.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, thanks for watching. If you please don't mind, comment, like, subscribe, share. All those things are positive things that are going to help guys like Nathan and I advance.
I'm pretty cool.
Yeah, he is pretty cool. Hey, everybody. Thanks again. Peace out.